guys, my name is Craig and welcome to Peri Solutions. In today's video, we're going to talk about the radian. We're going to define the radian and we're going to talk about the relationship between radians and degrees. But before we start, please make sure that if you're new to my channel, you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos. So to start off, we define a radian as an angle subtended at the center of a circle with radius r and an arc length of r. Right? Such that now when we draw a center like this, right, whereby the radius is equal to the arc length, isn't it? The circumference of the circle is given by 2 pi r. So in this case, we're saying 2 pi multiplied by the arc length PQ, right? And like I'm saying, in this case, the arc length PQ is the same as the radius, right? Such that the angle subtended at the center will be equal to 1 radian. So therefore, the total angles will add up to 2 pi times 1 radian, which is 2 pi radians, right? But we know that the total angles inside a circle, they add up to, subtended at the center, they add up to 360. So therefore, we're saying 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. So this is the relationship between radians and degrees, right? Now, we can even break this down to say 180 degrees is equal to a pi radians, right? And of course, I just divided both sides by 2. Now let's attempt those questions that require us to carry out some conversions from radians to degrees and from degrees to radians. So number 1 says convert each angle to radians, leaving answer in terms of pi, right? So 15 degrees. So first of all, let's see if we can figure out a way of coming up with a general form that we can use to simply convert from degrees to radians, right? So if 180 degrees is equal to pi radians, right? Rad being the short form for radians, right? What about 15 degrees? 15 degrees would definitely be less radians. So saying 15 over 180 multiplied by a pi, right? And this, and of course, the result that we get will be the answer here. So 15 divided by 180, 15 divided by 180 times pi, that would be pi over 12. So pi over 12 radians is equivalent to 15 degrees. Now 225, right? So 225 shall be more radians, which is 225 over 180 times pi. That will give us what? Let's see. 225 times, divided by 180. That would be 5 over 4 pi radians. So 5 pi over 4. But now, what is similar between these two is you can see between these two conversions from degrees to radians, we've multiplied by pi over 180 by pi over 180. So we can say that to make a conversion from degrees to radians, let me write here from degrees to radians, we just multiply by pi over 180, right? Which implies that the opposite is true, right? To say from radians to degrees, right? You multiply by 180 over pi, right? So now let's use these two results are quotable, of course. So now let's see if we can use them to answer those questions. So part C, right? Part C, this part B, and then part C. We need to convert 63 degrees to radians. So I'm saying 63 multiplied by pi over 180, which would be what? By 9. So 7 pi over 20 radians. And then part D, we're saying 72 degrees to radians. That's 72 times pi over 180. Then we're saying what? 72 divided by 180, that's 2 over 5. So we get 2 pi over 5 radians, right? And then now for number 2, we need to convert angles that are in degrees to radians, right? So angles that are in radians to degrees. And we say from radians to degrees, you multiply by pi over 180, right? So for this, for 2a, we're saying pi over 10, pi over 10 times 180 over pi. So if the pi's cancel, we get 18 degrees. And then for 2b, 4 pi over 3 times 180 over pi. The pi's cancel, right? 3 into 180, we get 60. Then 60 times 40, we get 240 degrees, right? And then part C, we're saying 2 pi over 9 times 180 over pi. Right, the pi's cancel. 9 into 120, 180, we get a 20. Then 20 times 2, we get 40 degrees. Like this. Yep. And then now the fourth part D, we're saying 3 pi over 8 times 180 over pi. So if the pi's cancel, we're saying that 8 into 540, right, we get 60 degrees. Is it? Nope, not 60 degrees. Check my calculator. Okay, so we're saying 3 multiplied by 180 divided by 8, we get 67.5 degrees. So 67.5 degrees, so for part D, 67.5 degrees. And lastly, for part E, if we've got 5 pi over 6, right, to degrees, the pi's cancel. 6 into 180, we get 30. Then 30 times 5, we get 150 degrees. Okay, so this, right, I was looking at the relationship between the radians and the degrees, and as well how we define 1 radian or just a radian. So please feel free to leave a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.